We are going to start with a word processing document where the students will go ahead and start their publishing efforts by placing their story in a Word document. For this example, I'm going to use the Pages app on the iPad. I'm sure many other word processing apps will work as well. I will begin by creating a document. I'm going to start off with a blank document, and at this point in time the students will just go ahead and start typing their story. After the students have finished writing their story, it is now time to add an image if you would like them to also have an illustration to go along with their story. In this case, I'm going to be using the app called Drawing Pad. This is another paid app for your device. I will go ahead and click on New. It will open up a drawer of choices over on the side. So I will go and I can pull in a colored pencil. It will give me a range of colors for my colored pencil. And at this point in time now I'm going to go ahead and complete my drawing that's going to go with my story. So now, as you can see, the drawing is finished. Each time that I was switching tools, I went back to my home button and I was able to switch tools between a paintbrush with multiple different options, the colored pencils, the crayons, some markers, and the eraser. There are also options for stamps and chalk as well. If you want to change any backgrounds, add stickers. At this point in time now we are ready to save my picture. So I'm going to click on the USB button. I will then click on this picture icon, which will then ask me the first time if it will allow me to access my photo area. I will say OK. Now this picture has been saved to my camera roll. At this point in time, I can navigate back to my Pages document. I'm going to hide the keyboard in the bottom right-hand corner, and then I can come up here and add a photo from my camera roll, which in this case is my last photo that I just drew in the drawing pad. So now you can see that the child has written the story, typed the story, has published the story with an illustration, and at this point in time now I would like to record the child reading the story for the final component of this publication. For this piece we are going to utilize an app called Croquet. Croquet is an app that is designed for the iPhone, so you will see that it is only coming up in the portrait orientation, and I have also magnified it. Normally it would be a small icon on your iPad. Down in the lower right hand corner I can click on that 2x. It will magnify it slightly to make it slightly larger. Again, this app will only record 30 seconds of the student's reading, so this is not for a long passage of the student reading. This would be for short stories for the students. I'm going to click on the home button. It will open up to a frog that says push to croak. When I am ready, it will count down my 30 seconds. I actually have the story pulled up in another device. The child could have their original piece that they maybe wrote by hand, or that they could have also printed out their story in the publication mode. So I'm going to push to croak. The wind blew through Lucy's hair. She couldn't believe the day. At this point in time, you will see down in the bottom that I have the ability to copy that website, which is where my Croquet is currently located. Now I am able to go to a QR generator and I have one that's already bookmarked on my iPad. So I'm going to open that up. And you'll see here that this is the home site of the QR generator. I'm going to erase that previous website. I will paste in my new website, click Go. It will then give me the icon, the QR code, that I can save by holding down my finger and saving the image to my camera roll. Now I can come back to my Pages document that I was working on. I can use the plus sign, go to my camera roll. It's actually the second one. The students would have to keep track of that they would have to pull in the most recently added QR code. And now I can take any device and scan that QR code and have hear the audio version of my published Word piece that included the picture, the illustration, and the audio version. And that is how you could quickly add an audio track to a published piece.